Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike here at Gamefromscratch. And last week, Epic Games had their State of Unreal 2026 developer presentation, and there were some bombshells in there, especially about Unreal Engine 6, and I covered those in a previous video. But the thing is, I was talking mostly about what was mentioned online. To go along with it, there was also a blog post called The Road to Unreal Engine 6, and there is an absolute pair of bombshells in here of impact to Unreal developers, specifically around actors, which is like the core way of programming when it comes to Unreal Engine, and blueprints, which has been like the visual programming language since Unreal Engine 4 launched. And, well, where is that relevant? Well, we scroll on all the way down here, and we got this paragraph right here. The path from here to there. This is basically how we were going to get from Unreal Engine 5.x to Unreal Engine 6. By the way, we were supposed to expect the first versions of Unreal Engine 6 like at the end of 2027. The first versions, like previews kind of thing. So we got a little bit of time before we're going to get there. So Unreal Engine 6 converges two threads we've been running in parallel. Unreal Engine 5 for high-end standalone game and content development, and Unreal Engine Editor for Fortnite as the live environment where the new programming model has been getting battle tested. As Unreal Engine 5 and UEFN merge into one editor, you will be able to ship traditional games and projects exactly as you do today, sort of. You will be able to ship directly in Fortnite or ship to your own ecosystem and optionally make it compatible with ours. You have an easy path from one to another. Our philosophy through this transition is to bring existing projects along, not to force a hard break. Studios shipping on Unreal Engine 5 today should expect a manageable and clear path forward when Unreal Engine 6 is ready. All right, ready for some bombshells? To allow for this, actors and blueprints will be in early versions of Unreal Engine 6. So good news, you'll be able to move your Unreal Engine 5 project to Unreal Engine 6, like theoretically anyways. Eventually, these will be deprecated when the new framework is sufficiently mature, and you will have conversion tools to move projects from one framework to the other. Huh? So what does this mean? This means that visual programming in Unreal Engine is kind of going away, at least as far as blueprints go. But we're still going to have node graph all the way through it. I'll show you some examples in a little bit. But yeah, blueprints are basically going the way of the dodo eventually. So Unreal Engine 6 is going to ship with blueprints and ship with actor, but they're going to transition away from those. So blueprints is going to be swapped out to something called verse. We'll get to that in just a second. Whereas actors are going to be replaced with basically an ECS system. And we'll talk about that in just a second as well. So verse, we'll mention that one first. This is the new programming language. Now, why are they moving to verse over blueprints? Well, you know how Unreal Engine has been getting a lot of flack over like performance issues, etc. Well, one of the things is I think that a lot of blueprints was locked to a single thread, and making things very concurrent and safe is a challenge for this system. And that's where you're moving in with verse. Now, verse is a coding language. You can see some sample verse code right here. Again, if you've done some Python or C# or even JavaScript, it'll be fine. I'm not in love with verse, to be honest. Like, it just, I would rather just see C#, something like what they did with the burst compiler and the job system over on the Unity side of the fence for the same, to solve the same solutions, by the way, to make hyper scalable code that can be, spread across cores or potentially across machines. But this is the syntax that they chose with verse. So it is a new, relatively simple programming language. And the entire idea behind it is it's things like it's atomic in nature. So you could do rollback and have distributed processes, make your code parallelized, that kind of thing. So there's a lot to verse. If you want to learn more about it, there's a ton of documentation out there about verse. But verse is replacing blueprints. And the thing is, verse and blueprints have nothing to do with each other. Blueprints were kind of an idea of making it so that a visual programming like what you see right here in front of you, this kind of node graph of connected nodes. So an artist could tweak things without having to go get a programmer to come and implement those systems. The problem you paid for blueprints is they were often like an order of magnitude slower than well-written C++. So it was definitely a trade-off. Plus, when blueprints started getting super complicated, looking at like a really advanced blueprints tree was just a nightmare when you see this spaghetti of code connections going on. But blueprints are not going to be going away. Now, blueprints themselves as a primary programming interface, they will be. They'll be deprecated shortly after verse and scene graph are considered to be of maturity. But we're still going to see albeit node-based, node graph-based programming, it's going to stick around because, well, take a look at this. This is the documentation from all the way back in like version 4, I think, for how Material Editor works. Let's scroll on down and take a look. And oh, well, that looks familiar. Yeah, it uses basically the exact same programming model as blueprints. So if you want shaders, you can still visually create them. This isn't going to go away. And on top of that, this is brand new. Procedural content generation was added in like 5.6, 5.7, I think. So this is kind of the newest thing in Unreal Engine language. And let's take a look at what the node graphs look like. Oh, a PCG graph looks a hell of a lot like blueprints. So you're still going to have blueprints there. The systems are still going to be underlying. It's just blueprints themselves to do your game logic or to attach to an actor in your scene. That is going the way of the dodo. It is being deprecated, and you're going to have to use a verse instead. So if you like the idea of doing general gameplay logic programming using a visual programming language, you're not going to like Unreal Engine 6, at least not eventually. Now, what about Actor? Well, what is Actor? Actor is kind of ugly, to be honest. This is an inheritance from back like Unreal Engine 1, I think. At least the first time I saw Unreal Engine like below the scenes was the UDK, which was like Unreal Engine 3 version. And then obviously it was inherited over. But this is sort of the inheritance graph on the C++ side of things. It's technically a actor and so on. But you see, you got a root level, and this is like very 90s object-oriented inheritance graph approach to things. You have a collection of objects. Objects can be things like actor components and scene components, or they can be actors. An actor in turn can be a pawn or a character or a weapon and so basically your scene or your game logic was made up of actors. And then if it was a more complicated one, it would be like a character. And you kind of look here going, an actor to a game mode. Well, that's kind of ugly and hacky. It's like, well, yeah, but basically if it existed in the scene graph, it was an actor. It's just sort of like the inheritance model from using object-oriented programming back in the day. And to be honest, there was a lot of kludgy inheritances there. And the reality is almost the entire world, especially in the world of game development, have moved away from the idea of inheritance and they instead moved towards a model of composition. And that is exactly what they are doing with Verse and Scene Graph. Here's a little bit about Scene Graph from the state of Unreal.
And alongside hardening the tools, we're unlocking more gameplay capabilities. Scene Graph, which is soon to be the foundation of UE6, is maturing quickly in UEFN and giving Fortnite developers far more control and customization than ever before. It underpins new systems like custom items, inventories, and as of our latest release, an initial set of workflows creating custom weapons and animation with Scene Graph. And there's much more on the way, including gameplay attributes, gameplay abilities, and Scene Graph UI.
So that's the one presentation we've got there. And you get an idea again. This is a whole lot like what Unity did with the DOTS, the data-oriented technology stack. They're basically going the same route. We get a little bit more technical detail later on in the video. A different presenter talks about Scene Graph. Let's just go through that very quickly now.
With Verse, we're also introducing the Verse Scene Graph framework. This is a modern game component framework with full support for prefab-style workflows and runtime composition. The Scene Graph has been designed to utilize all the power of the Verse language, including modeling the entire prefab data model through Verse's type system. Above this, every core system in the engine is exposed as concrete Verse objects. Each material, mesh, Niagara system that you author becomes a type of Verse class with a statically validatable API. This lets us use the Verse compiler to validate all of our data in a unified manner across the entire engine. For example, if you change a parameter in a particle system, you'll immediately know where in code needs to be updated to match. And finally, we'll be introducing high-level frameworks for common game systems like characters, weapons, and vehicles. Now, building with these frameworks helps speed up development, but it also creates content that can be shared widely across games and ecosystems. So imagine grabbing a car from Fab, and instead of simply getting a skeletal mesh and some animations like you might today, you get a fully working Verse module for a car that functions across all of your games. With the UE6 gameplay framework, we're envisioning a world where enormous amounts of code and content is being built and shared between these projects, with Verse providing strong backwards compatibility guarantees to help the ecosystem grow sustainably. Of course, we'll need a place to store all this code and data, And here to talk about that is Matthias.
So in a nutshell, that's the future we're looking at. Blueprints going away, Actor going away, and then we will still have, again, this anti-component system level thing, which is going to be called Scene Graph. And of course, we're going to have other things built atop other systems like he just mentioned there. But yeah, it's ultimately an entity component system. And it's kind of funny how it looked kind of like Unity was following Unreal. And now it kind of looks like Unreal is following Unity in this approach. And they're out to solve the same problem. Scalability in a world where we have so many CPUs and GPUs and we need our code to be parallel with these legacy systems that were like single-threaded designs. And that's kind of the solution that they're trying to go for here. If you want to learn more about the whole scene graph, it is available there. Again, I will have links to the scene graph documentation, the verse documentation, and so on. And yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So, nutshell, is Blueprints going away? Yeah, eventually. Again, it's going to be deprecated once verse and scene graph are viable, I guess we could say. But you're still going to see it in other systems like what I showed you early on. So visual programming isn't necessarily going away. You're still going to have it for PCG and shader development and maybe animation, stuff like that. But when it comes to generalized programming, the Blueprint language is basically going away. And amazingly enough, so is Actor, which has been so fundamental to the way that you coded games in the past. But again, it was a kludgy system. So that one, I'm not going to weep any tears over, other than the sheer amount of things that are just going to break at this point in time. Like, it's going to be a clean break on the asset store because everything that existed before is any code that was already written. It's just is not going to work. Be interesting to see how well those automatic porting tools go going forward. But yeah, this is a bit of a bombshell that they just did not mention in the state of Unreal. It is only here in this document, The Road to Unreal Engine 6. So I'm curious, what do you think of Blueprints going away, of Actor going away? Don't worry, again, you've got some time. Unreal Engine 6 will launch with both, but they are both intended to be deprecated as soon as possible. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.